Don't miss out on the Power Trip Morning Show when we take over Treasure Island February 6th and 7th. We got tons of games, laughs, and great prizes, including Vegas trips to watch the big game. Book your stays in promo code KFAN for both the 6th and the 7th to save 15%. Full details and book your stay today at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
We stole him from Detroit. Now he's going back in the biggest regular season game in the history of your Minnesota Vikings. Here's TJ Hawkinson.
You know, when you go into a place and it's really our sideline versus the entire building, that's fun. That's like gives you the mentality it's us against you, and that makes it, you know, it makes it fun when you make a play and, you know, it quiets down a little bit, but it's our job to be able to do that and to quiet it down and you know, increase our momentum in certain ways. But you know, you got to love it when you go into a loud stadium and, you know, it's just the boys against everybody. So
did they not win the NFC North in our stadium last year?
I feel like they probably had it locked up before that.
Okay, maybe you're right.
They might have clinched it, though.
I forgot what we did last segment, so
I think they clinched it. I think you're right.
I don't know.
It feels right to me, and I don't know why.
It does feel right.
Mm-hmm. Feels so right.
By the way, I came up with that. Speaking of New Year's resolutions, I came up with a last-second New Year's resolution that I'm almost guaranteed to fail on.
Well, you got to save it for next year then, because you're screwed. Because it's too late now.
True, but like you could start it on Jan 3 and get it going.
Go ahead.
I want to find whether it's apps or books or something where I can start working on my memory so I don't fall apart and have zero memory by the time I'm 50. Because it's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
There has to be something that us morning people can do to re-engage with our brains. You know what I'm saying? Now, watching Office reruns as background noise all the time probably doesn't help. Listening to the same 3 poker podcasts every week probably ain't gaining anything in terms of retention.
Yeah.
That's not helping.
I think we should stimulate our vagus nerves.
But that's the one that always gets me to black out.
I know.
That's what the doctors told me.
I know.
Oh, man. Stay away from that one.
No.
How do you get to
the what?
The vagus? Is that what it's called?
No, with a V, Zach. Try it again.
Vagus?
Well, you basically just take a Sun Country flight 2 times a day. It stops at McCarran.
Harry Reid, by the way. Get it right.
Not in my Vegas.
They updated the sign finally.
Oh, they did?
Did they really? Anyway, if you, this is my public service announcement.
Go ahead, sorry.
Begging for help. If somebody knows like a good app or book or something I can do
Apps to help
with like memory stimulation.
Yeah, it's called LinkedIn.
Oh, no. But so right.
Monster.com.
Oh, yeah, Lumosity.
Yeah. I paid for that.
What
for
do
a
you
while.
do? Really?
Yeah.
Didn't help?
It didn't work.
You
Didn't look like it helped.
You got to stick with it.
Yeah, Lumosity. Try
Well,
that.
what does it do, though? Is that the bit that has like brain
discover
games?
what your mind can do. Exercise memory, flexibility,
boy.
and more.
What in the hell are they doing on the Ocho now?
Yeah,
Chris,
I changed it. It was
Have you
your
seen Haven Nut?
It was garbage.
Your memory is good because you are correct that the Lions clinched it in our house because we finished the season there. But they clinched it. We played them 2 times in 3 weeks.
That's right. Yes.
So you were right. Lumosity worked.
I'm re-upping right now.
So they clinched 3 weeks before the end of the season.
Wow.
So
Jeez Louise.
yeah.
Man. Oof. I tell you, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. They were dominant, but these injuries, anything's possible, brother.
The fact that they've done this well, considering all those injuries, is a huge testament to the offense.
Yeah.
But at some point, you can run your vehicle at high RPMs for only so long.
I agree. I said it. I've said it. You said it earlier too. I don't know if I agree with putting the balls to the walls all the way through, even through last week. I don't know, because man, we might just go in and knock them around. Just might happen.
I think we will.
I think we will. I think we're going to win.
I think we're going to win too.
I just don't.
Dude, I couldn't agree more.
Holy crap!
And I know it offends people on Twitter, which everything does.
Yeah.
I'm an emotional wreck during these games because I care. Yeah. I was pissed at Kevin O'Connell because we attempted a 57-yard field goal, and obviously he knows that our kicker's range is a little bit off right now. Right. I wanted us to pin them deep. play the field position game a little bit. Obviously, it worked out and it's fine. He's an excellent coach. But I don't think I'm going to drink any beer on Sunday. I just want to take the game in full on, because in my lifetime there has not been a regular season game that mattered this much. We had the game against the Packers in 2012.
Sure, they've been
that
fun.
was to make the playoffs and squeeze in as the 6th seed.
The difference between winning and losing this game is enormous.
Massive.
Enormous, yeah.
It is a playoff game.
It is. It is. Can't wait. Can't wait.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey.
Hi. Brought to you by Carbonis. I'd like to have some right now.
Thanks, Carbonis.
Yeah, I'm starving.
I need to find somebody to play chess against or block his
Computer.
Booths at KFAN.com.
My gosh.
Do I want to play bots, though? I mean, I guess that would
Yes.
engage my brain.
I play Hearts all the time.
I love Hearts.
Me too.
Not a super brainy game, but still
Yeah.
stimulating.
I like it a lot.
It's more fun if you got some action on it.
Yeah. You're
Hearts
probably
for
right about that.
Hearts for money. Let's go.
All right. A blast
Zach,
of
you
wind.
don't know how to play Hearts. You're staring at us like you have no idea how to play Hearts.
What is Hearts?
Hearts is outstanding.
You don't know how to play it.
I've never played
I'm going
it.
to play it online here. Click deal to start the game.
Yep, that's how it starts.
I select 3 cards to pass to Mike. I'm going to give him the 7 of spades, the king of clubs, and the 2 of clubs. I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, it's fine. You don't want to go first. I hate going first.
Yeah, 2 of clubs goes first.
I hate it.
it's my turn. And there's a 2 of clubs and a queen of clubs and an 8 of clubs. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
You're off to a great start.
8 of diamonds.
Can't do that
Oh,
if you have a club.
I have an ace of clubs. Is that good?
Yeah, sure, play that.
Play that.
Yep. Now it's your turn again.
I won.
Well, no, that's not true. Anyway,
You're right. Maybe I'll just play against bots.
a blast of winter weather will chill much of the country in the coming days, including Minnesota. Forecasters say a low pressure system is moving south, which is good because I've been under a lot of pressure. Arctic air from Canada is coming on down. That result in much colder temperatures in central, eastern, and southern portions of the country that could last through the week. And they're getting some snowy stuff down in my neck of the woods where I grew up. So
You said the word Arctic and then I stopped listening.
Yeah.
I've only seen the headlines. Is it over for Arctic Cat? What's going on with Arctic Cat?
they've been struggling for a while. I don't know.
I've seen them in the headlines the last couple of weeks. I don't know if they're like shutting down operations or shutting down a
Their
facility.
mascot just died.
Is that right? Yeah. Tough break.
Arctic Catwoman.
Married a billionaire.
See what you did there?
I think it's bad news for Arctic Cat, though.
Arctic air.
I love Arctic Cat.
I do too.
Yep, they're pausing operations at their St. Cloud facility. They've stopped production, it appears, based on these news articles. Yep.
That sucks.
But someone, an op-ed said Arctic Cat will survive. So we'll see. There maybe just some tightening of the belt during these tough times.
Well, this sentence on the Wikipedia in December 2024 was announced that Textron manufacturing operations in Beaver Falls, St. Cloud would
What?
cease.
That none of those
What are
were
those
English
what?
words.
In December 2024, it was announced by Textron that manufacturing operations in Thief River Falls and St. Cloud would cease in the first half of 2025, releasing all employees. So, sorry to those of you.
But at least you get a release.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
An Arctic release.
A woman from Buffalo, Minnesota has been honored with the Presidential Citizens Medal for military service and for founding the Vietnam Women's Memorial Foundation. Health issues prevented Diane Carlson Evans from traveling to the White House to receive the medal from the president. So other veterans accepted the medal in her honor. The medal recognizes citizens who have performed exemplary deeds of service for their fellow citizens. Nice job.
Awesome.
Super cool.
Yeah, well done.
Sucks she wasn't healthy enough to go. That's
Yeah, I know.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going on locally. I told you about the cold air. It's one of the things about...
Which isn't bad compared to our normal January
you're right.
blast,
That's a good point. You're right.
But my only issue with this is that you see like the 7-day forecast, you're seeing single digit highs, which sucks. But at least it'd be nice to have some snow with this. Like that makes it tolerable.
No.
We have no precipitation in sight.
No.
No thanks.
Yes.
We don't need cold and snow. It's one or the other. I don't mind if it's 30 degrees and we have some snow, and I don't mind if it's barren like this and it's cold. But
Can we get
the
a layer of
combination
snow?
blows.
Not like a lot. Like we get a layer of it so like the yards aren't just brown and blech.
Arctic Cat would love there to be a layer of
Yes,
snow.
no
the rest
wonder
of us,
why.
The rest of us don't need snow. No thanks. It's a nightmare.
Okay.
We'll agree to disagree.
Sure.
Are you guys going to go ahead and do that?
I have agreed to disagree.
Okay, good. Authorities in and around Green Bay are reviewing their public safety plans in light of the New Year's morning terror attack in New Orleans. The community is going to be hosting the largest event in their history as the NFL draft takes over Lambeau Field in April. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I won't go,
No.
but it's interesting.
It'll be a very interesting picture to see. Where are they even going to do it?
Probably at Lambeau. I would think.
Lambeau, that whole area right there.
They've got quite a bit of
Title town.
indoor
Right next
space.
to somebody's house.
Yeah,
Somebody's
man.
backyard,
Yeah.
basically, is going to be the.
How did the teams connect with the people on site at Lambeau, though?
Good question. I don't know. There's no Wi-Fi.
There's no
I don't think.
Wi-Fi.
It's dial-up still.
Yeah. Phone booths.
AOL.
A New Jersey state senator is recovering after being bitten by a rattlesnake. Senator Parker Space was feeding mice to rattlesnakes.
Well, I mean, case closed?
His family, something he does all the time at the zoo his family has owned for 100 years. It's the Space Farm Zoo in Wantage, New Jersey. New Jersey, can't say that. Lawmaker drove himself to Newton Medical Center and said, I've been bitten by a damn snake.
Hey, and if your last
I
name's
can't get
Space, you can't call a zoo the Space Farm. That's super
Yeah,
misleading.
you're right.
Super
You're right about
misleading.
that. You're right. You're right.
You guys want to go to the Space Farm? What is it, like the Science Museum? No, it's just this zoo where you feed mice to rattlesnakes.
It's literally called Space Farm Zoo and Museum.
That's too many things.
He drove himself to the hospital. They had to send him to New York City because they don't do snake bites where he's from.
Not at the Space Farm?
Yeah. And, but a couple days later, he was back to feeding the snakes again. He said, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's what
That's what
Steve
I do.
Irwin said, too.
Yeah.
Jeez, too soon.
Is it? Joe Budden responding after being charged with lewdness for allegedly standing naked outside his neighbor's front door.
What?
Not Joe Biden.
No. Although at this point, that might not be too far off the
Where
table.
am I again? According to a press release, the 44-year-old podcaster was charged in December. He's being accused of standing outside his neighbor's front door while naked and attempting to code into the door several times before going back to his apartment across the hall.
This guy's a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy, Zachary? Joe
No.
Budden?
No.
Budden, right?
I'm
right,
looking
yeah.
him up. He is the
Wasn't he in some music
2003
too?
single Pump It Up.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I remember him
Is
from.
that right?
You can play 5 seconds because it's a new story about him.
Nah.
Not worth it. We're
I
not
guess
looking
it goes
for...
like this.
It's
Pump up the jam.
It's not that hot of a cut.
No, Technotronic has Budden on lockdown.
Budden has been described as the Howard Stern of hip hop.
No,
What?
that's weird.
Well, then wouldn't he still be involved in hip hop?
Yeah.
I think he still is.
Does that just mean he's a really good interviewer?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but
Broadcasting career.
it must have been cold because Joe was just budding, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So this was across the hall.
Yeah.
From
He was trying to get into the other apartment, apparently.
does a gal live there?
I don't know.
You got to be careful.
There's a lot more details
Yeah,
we need to know.
I don't have the details.
How hammered was he? Or
Scale of 1 to 10?
obviously 200 out of 10 horny.
I'd say that later. Yeah, I'd say he was very, very horny. But
And it's
he was
very,
budding.
that's very presumptuous too. Just to think,
Yeah.
all right, they're going to see this and want in.
Yeah, I've never thought that.
The ring
Not
cam.
one time. Not even one time.
The ring cam caught him.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
a
You're like,
ring
oh,
cam.
is this the Amazon delivery? Is this the bag of chips I ordered this morning that I wanted delivered this afternoon? No. It says,
Oh my God,
it says
it's the Howard
kielbasa
Stern of hip hop.
Yeah, man.
and his baby's arm hanging from.
If you live, whether it's an apartment or hotel, if you're naked in your room, you got to put clothes on before you open the door.
It's a good
No.
point.
my room.
And also, if you're in a hotel and you leave food outside of the door because you're done with your room service, Tommy will eat it.
He probably will.
He will eat it.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry. Did you guys turn on the Ocho again yet?
No, I can't watch that stupid
I don't know what they're doing.
because it's worthless. Now they have nothing. Papa Shot's over. They got nothing left. Just like this show.
I mean, Lord, it's every sport, and they're trying to be accurate in kicking soccer balls into a hole, throwing footballs into a hole, shooting baskets. What are the sports?
They
Hitting
throw in
baseballs.
medicine balls.
It looks like a field day for fourth graders,
It does.
but it's
You're
just
right.
40-year-olds
Oh, now they're
instead.
throwing medicine balls. You're right.
It's unwatchable.
I don't think it's unwatchable.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, I'm budding over here.
Get your clothes back on,
Yeah,
Chris.
put your clothes
You're the
back.
Howard Stern of hip hop.
I'm certain that's
Marnie's
going to
be here in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, she's budding as well.
Oh, my.
It's cold out.
She just turned around.
Driving.
We're going to
She hates
Drive
this show.
along.
I do too.
Johnny K, you got to go.
I gotta go.
Johnny K.
I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Oh, where you going? Where you going?
Nowhere. My wife is going to California, so I am on daddy duty. So, and I have a prosthetics appointment. Going to get my new leg.
A new one.
Yes.
What's the new one got?
It's on the right side, so it's low tech. This one I've just put too many miles on, so I want to make sure it doesn't break when I'm golfing next year.
Can't have that.
You're trading it in.
But yes, I am trading it in for a newer model. If your company could be of use of a motivational, inspirational, uplifting speaker, go to johnkriesel.com. The calendar is filling up, so let's get your company on it. johnkriesel.com, johnkriesel.com. Love you guys. Go Vikings.
Go
Let's
Vikes!
win the North.
Come on, baby.
Go.
Let's go.
Love you. Bye.
Going to Hy-Vee now.
Time now for the Vikings Report, presented by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Linebacker Jonathan Grenard joins the power trip next, thanks to Hy-Vee.
Yeah, man. Here we are. Power Trip Morning Show. 7:28. I thought I saw Martin's face.
She's here.
And
Carly's in the
coming
building.
too, right?
Carly should be here any second as well.
Hi, Marnsy. How you doing? We just jamming over
She's
here.
dancing. Yeah. It's a new year. Same Marnie. Yeah. Air guitar.
Hey, you
I
like
think.
Sawyer Brown?
Sure, yeah.
I watched a documentary about them the other day because it was a new documentary, and I didn't know much about them because I missed 90s country because I was, rocking out and raising kids.
I
They had so many
was
hits.
raised on 90s country, bro.
They had so many hits.
Other than None of Reese's on.
Yeah, way more than that.
Yeah.
Way more than that. Did you know that was a George Jones song, by the way?
Yes.
I did not.
George Jones' version, though, didn't really do much, and Sawyer Brown's is the one they still live off of.
Yeah.
They used to come to the North Dakota State Fair every
hang
other
out?
year. Yeah.
They used to play about
Sure.
200 shows a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They were
I,
very popular.
Yeah, listen, I had no idea.
Sawyer Brown sounds like one of those bands, though, that's a person, not a band.
Yeah, no, for
right?
sure.
Sounds like
Could
a
be.
guy.
Could
They
be.
had- they had,
Unless you
uh,
know Sawyer Brown, and then you're like, oh, yeah, that's a band.
That makes
They had
sense.
Step That Step. They had This Time. Different song.
Walk that walk.
Some
Take
guys,
that
some
thing
girls
and
don't
honey,
like guys like
jump
me,
that.
y'all, but some girls do. Yeah, I'm not white trash, but I'm like
Oh, yeah, the white trash song.
White trash, but I
thank God for you.
Crazy too.
The race is on.
Yeah, that one.
Man, The Boys and Me. You gotta
What
watch
now?
that documentary. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I had no idea they were such a big deal.
Is this a new documentary
It just
or
came
just
out.
new to you?
No, it just came out. That's why I watched it. I'm like, I don't know anything about this band, but I like music documentaries, and it fires me up.
Sure.
Fires me up, man.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, thank you. I watched it on the old Amazon Prime.
I have that.
Have you watched Beast Games, Marnes?
No.
I don't know if you'd like it.
No, I don't think you would.
I don't know.
Doesn't seem like your
I
thing.
didn't even like Squid Games.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's completely different.
And I'm not opposed to, gore and
That's got nothing to do with
Yeah.
this.
I just
This is all
This
just
is a real
math
game
and,
show.
and bribes and hatred.
Nobody gets their head blown
But
off.
what if they do, Zach? I thought about this.
I did think about that too.
Me
yeah.
too. Like, what if you rat? What are you wearing?
What? Oh, you want your own? They got these hats. The World Juniors hats.
Oh, I'm sorry, Elmer.
Yeah, it does look like you're hunting
You're an
for
Elmer.
wabbits.
You're Elmer Fudd. I'm sorry, I got
It's
distracted.
very
What the hell
warm.
was I saying? Oh yeah, like what if you're up there on that thing, and you on that thing, and you
Yeah.
take the $1 million, and like 30 people get eliminated, and then one of them comes to your house and kills you.
Well, there's that.
Right.
I mean,
What's
that's not
keeping
the
that from
outcome I
happening?
would hope for.
Hopefully the law and conscience.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah, but I mean, you're dead.
You're
Who
dead
cares
in
if
hell.
the law takes care of it?
You're like, you got $1 million, but now you're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead, Willie. You're dead. Boy, that's scary. At the
Yeah, I
end.
probably won't watch that. It doesn't really
You like
draw
to
me
have
in.
faith in humanity and see the good in people.
Well, I guess it would be nice.
I wish our cameras were on right now
Why?
because of the Wabbit Hunter.
Well, my guess is
In
he's
the
going to
room.
wear that hat during initials, right? Because you're promoting the World Juniors.
I will wear whatever to promote the World Juniors.
Exactly.
I
So he'll
prefer
wear it at
the World
8:15.
Seniors.
You really got to crank the headphones if you're wearing them over top because it looks like you have an extra flap where the ears are. So
It looks like a gigantic
he's,
sideburn.
circumcised.
No, I'm
Gigantic
not.
sideburns.
I mean,
No, I am
that
not.
hat is perfect though for today because it is cold outside. I was budding the whole drive here.
Look over here.
Girl Scout cookies.
Hello. These are real good. Have you had these before?
And I like the coconut
Are those the
one.
French toast ones, or
These
what
are
are
the
those?
Toastiers. Yeah, yeah, the French toastins. And these are the Thin Mints. I'm not a big fan.
Classics.
Yeah, me
Not
neither.
a big fan.
You don't like the Thin Mints?
You got to
Big
throw them in
fan.
the freezer.
Not a big fan.
I had this
Thank you,
conversation
Girl Scout cookies.
about mint and chocolate, and I feel like it's come up on this show as well. But my friend Michelle had the same reaction. It's like, how do you not like mint and chocolate? And I'm like, because I don't like to brush my teeth while I'm eating chocolate.
Yeah, you make a great point. Thanks, buddy. Hey, do you want these here Thin Mints?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not how everybody tastes it. That's how it tastes to me.
I'm gonna put this hat.
You don't like Andy's mints?
He can keep his own damn mints.
Not really. I
I'll
would
get
say
my
they
own.
don't, I wouldn't like spit it out, but I wouldn't really enjoy
You
it.
know what? Oh,
The
never mind.
mint, Corey.
Never mind.
But I wouldn't really enjoy it.
How do I look in this?
But if it
subject?
was straight chocolate,
honestly, how do I look?
That checks out.
What?
Am I cute?
My guess is you're going to not take this as a compliment, but you look like, what is his name? Peter Stromar from, is that how you say it?
The
from
porn star?
From Fargo.
Oh yeah.
the serial psycho guy that says like 30 words. You kind of got like you have like, I think his name's Peter, isn't it Stromar?
Stromer,
Yeah, the guy.
Something
Yeah.
like that?
He's
Yeah.
in. Go ahead.
What do you call it? He's a nihilist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the difference
They
is
talked about that on the Kunk on Life or
They did,
whatever.
you're right.
Nihilism versus existentialism.
Shipper Fargo.
Zach's got his connected under the chin, his flaps, and Hawk's flaps are just
My flaps.
dangling.
Yeah, you kind of nailed it. If I almost wore a flannel today too. That would have been.
Oh, epic!
And then I just need the wood and the foot.
Ew. And 2 cobras.
2 cobras.
The best.
He walked right into it.
walked right
that
into
was
it.
the greatest
Yeah,
thing
yesterday
ever.
he
Did you hear
held-
about the reveal?
No.
Oh, jeez.
With Tommy?
Oh, yeah. We were trying to explain to him what it meant, and he, without knowing before we told him, he had put his hands up, and we and we're like, freeze, and we just gut laughed, and he's like, and then he realized exactly what it, and it was over.
It's time
visual
for
joke.
Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, experts in decking, roofing, and siding.
All right, we'll talk a little bit Vikings in the next segment, of course, but let's talk about your squad.
Okay.
They were kind of getting blown out, but then they come back in the fourth and tie it up. They were, I think it was about 90 apiece, give or take, maybe a little bit more than that, but it was tied. Boston and the Wolves. Boston holds on, though, and wins 118-115 over the Timberwolves. Second quarter was a disaster for Minnesota.
Yeah.
Just like the third quarter against OKC.
OKC, exactly.
We're back to that Wolves squad from 2 years ago where one quarter a game, we just fall apart. What's going on now?
The second quarter last night was 34-16.
Yuck.
Boston. And and when you're talking about a 3-point game, that makes a huge difference. But I mean, I'll credit the Wolves in OKC and against Boston for whatever it's worth. They've come back from some significant deficits against some of the top title contending teams and have been in it in the end. I know that's not a consolation prize, but it's a hell of a lot better than just saying, we're just going to lose by 20. So there's something there. That's what it tells me is that we can tap into that. We'll be fine. We haven't been able to yet. And Anthony Edwards actually had a pretty good look at the end and took a really weird off-balance shot.
What's up with that dude? He even ripped himself after the game saying that everybody else is playing well, I'm not playing well.
It's definitely frustrating, to see these guys cooking us and I can't cook them because of whatever the adjustments are. They're doing a good job, 100%. of, keeping me from doing what I want to do out there. So big shout out to the opposite team.
That's very Ant. It's super frustrating to watch him right now because it's like he has waved the white flag, like he has a defeatist attitude. Like he kind of started this way of talking and playing a few weeks ago, and he had said in the locker room after a game, like, sorry, folks, sorry, fans, you want me to go to the rim? There's nowhere to go. And then the next game, Jim Peterson telestrated 4 or 5 different clips where he was like, well, Ant could have gone here and Ant could have gone here and this is open here. So it's like he already has decided he can't go because of whatever the defenses are doing. But there are star players all over the league who get the exact same double team, triple team, gap help defense, whatever it is, and find a way to score. I mean, Jason Tatum had 33 last night. We have a wonderful defense. Are we not throwing extra bodies at Jason Tatum, especially when Jaylen Brown is not playing? Yes, and he finds a way. And Anthony Edwards has gone around those defenses before. He did it last year. And for some reason, he just has the kind of white flag attitude right now, like, and nothing there. And if you watch him, when he gets the ball, a lot of times he takes 2 or 3 dribbles and then he passes it. But his 2 or 3 dribbles are not hard pounding into the defense. I'm going to at least make them work before I kick it out. They're just dribble in one spot or maybe sidestep and then pass it. He's not going anywhere. It's kind of a bizarre thing to watch, and I hope he gets out of it real quick.
At Detroit tomorrow, and look, they were disastrous last year. They're sub 500, but they're not.
They're respectable.
2 or 3 games worse than the Wolves, right? So you can make fun of them all you want, but record-wise, they're not that different than us.
They're super respectable. JB Bickerstaff is the new coach there this season, but Jaden Ivey 2 nights ago maybe broke his leg, like left the court on a stretcher.
Yuck, didn't see that.
So that will be significant for the Pistons, but you're right. It is not the Pistons of the last few years where they had that NBA record losing streak and everyone was just walking all over them.
Yeah, Wolves are 17-16. The Pistons are 15-18.
Not far off.
Not far off at all.
The Wolves' schedule right now is brutal.
Is that
it's
right?
really tough. Well, they're in it, with OKC and Boston already in the rearview mirror, but but that's what you want, The league is full of good teams. You got to play the good teams, and we are. We just need to win more of these games.
If the season ended today, and it doesn't, the Wolves, Warriors, and Spurs are all exactly 17-16. The Wolves would be the 8, the Warriors would be the 9, the Spurs would be the 10. So the Wolves would be in the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
You see,
They've lost consecutive games.
if the season ended today, I'd only need 2 wishes.
Carly's in the building. Marney's already here as well. We'll play initials at 8:15. Game 1 of the 2025 season. Game 555 in the history of initials. And $81,500. $81,500, Marns.
That's
a lot of money.
unbelievable.
Marty, put on the hat. I want to see you as Elmer Fudd.
Wearing
you
a
know-
high pony today. It'll be a challenge.
If the Wolves season ended and you wore the Elmer Fudd hat, he'd only need one more wish. More of the Power Chip after this. Son of it.
Please join me for a World Juniors watch party tomorrow at Tom Reed's Hockey City Pub. Starts 2:30 to catch the bronze medal game with me, and then we'll have actually I believe that's just a semifinal.
That's just a semifinal, brother.
I don't know why it's
I don't know why it says that, but it's cool.
it says third place game, but I'm like, that's not
That ain't
it.
right, brother.
So we're the 2 semifinals, which I believe will begin with I don't know the other
The
2
final
teams.
4 teams.
You know what? Say it. Just say it.
We'll have free appetizers as well. We've got some giveaways, some great prizes, including tickets to next year's World Juniors and a signed Lou Nanny jersey.
Yeah.
Full details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. By the way, that's Sweden and Finland. And then after that, it'll be USA and Czechia because Canada got upset last night on home ice in Ottawa, 4-3 final. So take that, Canada.
Blame
But please come
Canada.
down and enjoy them.
Historically, who do you prefer, Sweden or Finland?
Great question. Say it.
I was about 5 kilometers away from Sweden
So you
a
admit
couple
it.
years ago. So I would say I lean Sweden.
Eileen
Some
Sweden's a girl I went
great
to high
looking
school
people up there, by the way.
Well, it's a bunch of hot blondes.
It's just the best.
with. That is just not true.
So wait a minute. You were close to Sweden, so regardless of what they've done historically, whether it's just absolutely atrocious, because you were within 5 kilometers, you prefer Swedes.
Yeah, but if the country of Finland wants to invite me over,
Yeah.
So just again to
Like
clarify,
Swisher Sweets as well.
let's say you had been to Munich, Germany, but had never been to Toronto, Canada, and I said, which country historically did you prefer, Germany or Canada? You would say
Germany.
interesting. So it's all about you.
It's all about where I've been, man. I can't
guess.
attest to what Toronto has been because I've never been to Toronto.
Where's Ben? Hey, speaking of hot blondes.
I don't know.
Hi, Carly.
Well, thank you for that intro.
Look at you.
What's
How you
your
been?
do you have Swedish background? Are you Scandinavian in any
And
way?
do you smoke Swisher
Yes.
Sweets?
So when it was a country, my family actually came from Bohemia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Love their raps.
that makes complete sense.
Yeah. So we're Bohemian
You're
Yeah.
Bohemian.
Yeah.
and very Scandinavian. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mars,
That's
what's
it,
your
that's all.
background? Outside of the Dakotas.
It's North Dakota. I did the 23andMe a while back, and it was just
African.
a mess of
Am I right?
Chad.
German.
A little bit
German
of German
and French?
Oh, Zach's a big fan.
Strong Asian
Yeah.
presence.
I will say French is very good because I've been to France.
Oh, awesome.
Well, thank you.
So you like
Been to
Marney?
London
Let
as
my dead ancestors know.
I've seen London. I've seen France.
Dear God.
Have you pulled
What
down
else?
your?
I have a couple times.
you
I'm not
did.
trying to brag.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I'm Scotch Irish. Nobody
Oh.
asked.
Scotch Irish.
I love
too.
that. Of course you are.
Well, now you're a Scottish lord as well.
Thank you.
You're a landowner in
Yeah.
Scotland.
Dutch, Irish,
Yep, that's right.
Norwegian.
Carly, you and I both recently have gone to Scotland. Neither one of us visited Chris's one by one
Plot of land,
like,
no.
foot of land that he bought.
Which is good because I'd have sued your asses.
Do you have no trespassing
Yeah,
sign
man.
up?
Don't tread on me.
Do you remember how much square footage it is again? Isn't it like 9 square feet or something?
It's
or less
5
than
by
that?
5.
5 by 5?
That's right.
That's 25.
Thank you.
wow, Zachary. Interesting.
That's right.
What are you, Core?
Like Russian,
That tracks.
He's in a hurry.
Satanish.
Satanish. When it was a country.
Yes.
Yep.
Satan.
I'm not even sure. My wife's been pushing for me to do the 23andMe thing. I just
It's
haven't gotten
fun,
around
man.
to it yet.
I like that family tree bit too. You get kind of caught up in those things. You guys ever done one of those things?
Ancestry.com?
Ancestry. That's badass. Well, you wake up or you
I want to do that.
you're laying there in bed and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. You're like, I got to work in a minute. I need to go to sleep.
That was the rage for a while. Now it's just nobody talks about it.
I just did.
Thanks for bringing
If
it
you
back.
don't
up.
have
just spent a
any,
segment on it.
If you don't have famous people or like a war general or something in your background, though, it's very unimpressive.
No,
Or was that just mine?
no. Let me just say it like this, Marnes. It can be bothersome if you're from the area I'm from.
Oh, because you might be related to someone you
Yeah. Let's
didn't
just say
realize.
some of the folks I'm related to were on the wrong side.
Whoops.
My family came through Canada, so I'm good. We named a river,
Oh, you did? What'd you name it?
the Mackenzie River.
That makes
Really?
sense.
Yeah.
Lame.
How did you get to name it?
I don't know. Maybe I'll have
You
to ask
found it,
my
right?
great grandfather.
Can he come on the show?
Probably not anymore.
I would have assumed the Halversons just named it after Spuds McKenzie from the 90s.
I can't speak to where the Halversons came from.
Decade, not the nightclub.
So that's your mom's
That's my mom's
maiden-
side.
Mackenzie River. And where is said Mackenzie River?
Canada.
Yeah, I did get that.
Yeah.
I
He's
think it's
Googling it.
Saskatchewan.
You don't
It's
know.
your family
you don't
river,
know where
Zach.
your
I don't know.
river
We had
is?
like a family reunion 20 years ago, and then that's where I remember learning
At the
this.
river?
Coming
Yeah.
on Christmas, they're cutting down trees.
It's Northwest Territories, Yukon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, your family was lost.
Yes. I don't know why they
What are
went
we
up
doing
there.
up here? Hey, Core,
Yes, sir.
call back. You ready?
Go.
Google Maps may be rotting our brains.
Yuck.
They've done Alzheimer risk studies and found that taxi drivers have great memories. So the fact that we don't use our brains the way we used to because things are so much easier means that's part of the reason our brains are rotting.
That is true. When you are following directions on a map, I've had to go to the same place multiple times and I don't know how to get there because all I do is turn when it tells me to turn.
I don't know
That's
anybody's phone number anymore.
Point.
You know, just last night I was leaving Heartbreakers in Chaska.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome!
And I had to obviously use Google Maps to get there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I started putting in the Google Maps on home. I'm like, I drove here. I should know how to drive home. Like, just retrace. And I couldn't retrace my steps.
Yeah.
I mean, and you don't have to get all the way to White Bear Lake. You just got to get back to 494.
If you weren't
That's
so
not
damn
hard.
drunk, you'd have been all right.
That's a good point.
Why didn't you invite Marnie? Now, she was probably working the Wolves game.
No, it was on TNT. I could have come and visited.
Why didn't you ask Marnie for an invite? Why didn't you basically say, come down to the Heartbreakers and hang out
She
with
just steals the room every time she walks
That's
in.
really,
You know what I mean?
it's kind of an inferiority complex.
It really
I have
is,
with her.
God, you Mackenzies are all the same.
It's true.
Just
You
a bunch of
had
cowards.
signing autographs the whole night.
Yeah.
You know what?
Pictures.
I don't mind if Zach does that.
This is not a comment on your
I'll watch
mom, but after knowing you, I got to believe that's a lazy river. It took me about 20 minutes too long to come up with that joke.
No, that's
We got there,
good.
though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, there's an article here about Diet Coke.
Here we go.
Zachary. What if it's really bad news for you?
What's the Diet Coke scene?
It
Does it
says,
get worse?
this is from some lady. When I was in college, I declared Diet Coke my enemy. Somebody wrote a blog about it, and I decided it wasn't good for me. But now I realize I love Diet Coke. Great article, lady.
Journalism alive and well in 2025.
Yeah.
Sounds like a poem.
It does.
A haiku.
It sounded like, what's that guy's name on Saturday Night Live?
Jack Handy.
Jack Handy, yeah.
Man, Jack Handy was
Now
the
with
best.
Hale,
Oh, wait a minute.
Jack Handy.
So good.
Those were funny.
A couple of weeks ago, we got tickets for a late movie. When we got to the lobby, I saw that the theater had those Coke freestyle machines.
Oof.
I felt overwhelmed. I bought a 20-ounce cup and I filled it with caffeine-free Diet Coke. What are you thinking?
Caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Why drink
What a
anything?
late
that was-
movie.
But what's the point?
Wait, what's
Yeah,
the
right.
point? Just
Not
get a
getting
water
the
then.
caffeine? What do you mean? I've done this.
Yeah, well, that's not right.
But does it taste different?
Life's better when your heart is
A
fluttering.
touch. A touch.
A touch.
I don't taste the difference, but I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
That's what matters.
Is the Coke freestyle machine
Don't even get them started.
well? Is that the one with the touch screen where you can pick
Yeah.
any flavor to go
Right.
with anything? And
right.
And the evil.
and it okay. So if you just did straight Coca-Cola out of that machine, does it taste different than?
How would Zach know?
He's never done it. I'm sorry, Diet Coke out of a freestyle
that was the
machine
thing.
with the screen is different than like the McDonald's with
Yeah.
the
it's-
trigger.
I don't even want to say it's different. It's two different bodies of good and evil.
Yeah.
Good is Diet Coke
different?
from McDonald's.
Canada
I don't know
and
why I had to
Germany.
bring this up.
I don't even want to call it Diet Coke coming out of those demon
Why
machines.
does it use a different keg?
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
uses a
they're very
different
different.
everything. They use it comes in a
Marnie.
canister, like I don't know.
Did you just say Anna's?
It basically looks like ink cartridges from a
Yeah, from
printer.
Friends.
It is different how they
It's
emit.
awful. It's the worst thing that's ever been invented.
And this is from the guy who
Would
named
you
a
tell
river.
us a little bit more about it?
Hey,
I love putting cherry
Whoa.
That's
flavoring
great.
in my.
Well, pop your own
Dr.
cherries and put them in there.
Wow, Zach. Calm down.
What did you say?
Ridiculous.
You know what would be?
What
you
is
know
it
what's-
about that seed and not understanding where the line is?
You know
Don't
what's
cross
great
that line.
is grenadine.
Grenadine
Yes,
and Diet Coke,
grenadine.
sure.
But they don't have that
BYOG.
Yeah,
in
okay.
the freestyle machine. But they do
No.
have cherry.
And by the way, there are machines like, the regular traditional fountain soda dispensers that have those flavors that allow you to add the flavors without adding it to an ink cartridge demon.
Hey, speaking of being able to feel it,
Jeez.
Oh, that's hot.
calm down, Zach.
Feel it.
For the last couple of years, I've had people tell me, hey, you suck at poker. You should try Adderall. And I'm being serious, right? A lot of people
Adderall's
have
jam.
suggested that even though I don't have a clinical diagnosis for ADHD or anything like that or
you
depression, I probably should. that Adderall will laser focus you for an extended period of time. So they're saying, hey, you're not doing well the way you're doing it. Why don't you try Adderall? I'm like, I don't know.
That's not banned in the cards world?
It's not banned in the card world. It's just not I'd have to know somebody to get me Adderall. It's not an over-the-counter thing. Long story longer. I'm scrolling through Target the other day, and I saw these caffeine alertness aids called Vivarin, I guess. Vivarin.
Do not do it.
Really?
No, it'll make your butt explode.
Okay, I'm glad I asked. I bought it. I bought it, but haven't tried it yet. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine.
No big deal.
Oh my God.
Wow.
No, a cup of coffee is 180.
Right. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that doesn't sound like
I thought it was like 65.
Well,
No.
even this, even the energy, Monster Energy here has
Carly's got a coffee drink too. What's you got?
I'm trying to look at the coffee drink that I have.
We have 5-hour energies contain 200.
Thank you.
So it would be
I've
no
had
different.
3 of those today.
But you're telling me you've had these pills and they make your butt explode?
Let me just tell you, there's an issue.
Is that right?
There's something that turns on your colon.
Yeah, but that's a win-win?
It's all fired up.
You're alert and you're flushed out.
It's true, you're right, but it's hard to stay at the poker table if you got to go to S.
Fair.
True.
Even so.
You need a diaper.
So I should go back to just getting somebody to try. Let me try Adderall.
Mm-hmm.
We should do a show on Adderall sometime.
I love it, man.
All of us.
It saved my life.
Oh my God.
I kid you not. I do a show every day on Adderall.
If you need it, that's one thing.
For sure.
Yeah, it saved my life. It really did.
They have caffeine-free 5-hour energy.
What a ridiculous thing. Why don't you have joyless life? Oh, hey.
It's like Aquafina selling liquidless water.
Yeah.
Should we do Vikings news since the segment's almost over?
I don't know. Go Radko. I love you,
news,
Radko.
thanks to
Thank you,
Radko. All right. Massive
Let's
game
go.
Sunday night. It's for
Huge.
everything. Winner gets the number 1 seed. They win the NFC North. They get a first round bye. Loser falls all the way to the 5 seed.
Ooh, babe.
Yeah, baby.
We've gone over this a billion times this week, but this is the first time in NFL history 2 teams with 13 or more wins have squared off in the regular season. They both have 14. Kriesel was telling us earlier the over-under is like 56.5. It's the highest in the NFL in 3 years. So it's going to be a shootout, or at least is projected to be a shootout, which makes sense. I don't know how we're going to stop the Lions, but look, the Vikings can put up a ton of points as well. Last time I looked, it was about a 3-point spread. I think the Lions were 3-point favorites on DraftKings.
Yeah, let's take a look.
It sounds like a guy in the 8th grade.
Sound like he was doing the
Take a
weather.
look.
Let's take a look at the odds, and we look at it's 2.5 now only. So Lions 2.5-point favorites. That's changed.
A little bit.
Do you guys have money on it? Let's put some money on it.
Not really.
You can't bet on it.
No, my heart's
Not in this state.
How
yet.
long is Sunday going to feel?
24
Maybe
hours.
not. Maybe not for those of you working, Hawk. I don't know, but for those of us anticipating this big game and not being able to watch until 7:15.
Sure. Well, if you feel like you're dragging, just take Adderall or one of these caffeine pills that make you crap your pants.
Oh my God.
You'll be fine, Marnes. God, now I'm going to be worried about taking them and being near a toilet.
Yeah, be careful.
Wait.
Somebody, hang on. Chris, we've established Chris does have interesting bathroom tendencies, though. Somebody else tweet me and tell me if Chris is right.
Tendencies.
Yeah, you're sensitive.
How many is a serving? If it's
I was just going
essentially,
to take the one and just
well,
see
then
what
if it's
it matters.
essentially like a cup of coffee, right? It's,
Yeah, that's a good question. How many
You're
did you
pointing
take?
All of them.
All 40?
that'll do it.
All 40.
Do you ever
No,
have bathroom issues?
Not really.
You've never had bathroom issues?
Again, it's.
Jesus.
I think my diet, because it's the same thing every day. I just think I don't upset the apple cart like you guys do. You guys spin the wheel.
Yeah.
My body knows exactly what it's getting every single day,
I like
Yeah,
to keep
which
my
is
stomach guessing.
crippling loneliness and depression. Let's do a little bit of Fan 5 when we come back. And then in about 15 minutes, Marnie, Carly, Zachary, and Chris square off in initials. Game 555 on the Fan.
I